Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's been a little while, a bit longer than I had promised, but I wanted to give you guys a quick, well, the intention is for this to be quick, but a fairly quick update on my NZXT build. As you can see, if you've watched my previous video on this build, it's in a much different place, and I took a much different direction than I said I was going to. I ended up doing a fully custom liquid-cooled build, rather than just grabbing the Corsair all-in-one liquid cooler and being done with it. Part of the reason I decided that is because running SLI on this motherboard, which is the Maximus VII Hero, the twin Frozer cooling on the GTX 780 Ti's was just way too close together. There was no room for any of the heat to dissipate. And of course, as is often a problem with SLI configurations, the top card was getting hotter than the bottom card. I wasn't able to overclock as much, etc., etc. So I ended up, rather than going with a Corsair all-in-one cooler, I ended up with a Swiftech H240x, technically all-in-one liquid cooler that I obviously expanded and made my own custom loop out of. So I did upgrade the pump that comes with the Swiftech. So the pump, I'll show you guys really quick, and I apologize for the video done on an iPhone. That's the pump right there, which sits right obviously off the reservoir on the Swiftech. I upgraded the pump because I did, like I mentioned earlier, add the 2 full water blocks on the 780 Ti's, as well as a 320mm rad. And I wanted to make sure I had plenty of flow and expandability for the future. So basically, let me just take you through my loop really quickly. It comes out of the Swiftech reservoir and comes down straight into the GTX 780 Ti's, runs through some XSPC fittings. Actually, all the fittings in this system are XSPC, okay? And so are the water blocks for my GTX 780 Ti's. Comes out of the SLI loop up into the Primo Chill flow meter. From there, it goes to the 320mm radiator that's right at the very front of the system. And I, again, apologize for the video, and I wish I could show you guys a little bit better. But that 320mm radiator at the front of the NZXT case, I was able to fit in there by removing the all the hard drive cages. So I actually have 6 fans on that radiator. I have Corsair AF120s pulling air in, and then I have, on the other side of the radiator, pulling through again the Noctua industrial fans. So it comes out of that front radiator and goes into the CPU block, and from the CPU block it returns to the Swiftech radiator reservoir pump combo up top there. So I'm extremely happy with the way the system came out. I also added the cable mod red and black kit for Corsair AXI series power supply that I have in there. I just think it looks very clean. For temperatures, I couldn't be happier. I am overclocked on my 4790K as well on my GTX 780 Ti's, and I never see this system. I could run overclocks for 3 days. Doesn't matter. Full stress, Valley benchmark, Heaven benchmark on the GPUs, max anti-aliasing, extreme HD, does not matter. The temperatures never go above 55 degrees Celsius, and I could not be happier with that. And I don't know, let me just be quiet here for a second. I don't know if you'll be able to hear any of that on video, but the system is whisper quiet. And I should mention for the cooling that that's with everything set to quiet mode through the Corsair Link software. So the fans are not spinning quickly. There are enough radiators, there's enough airflow that I don't need to spin these fans a lot to achieve the level of cooling that I just mentioned to you guys. So again, I'm really happy with it. Typically I have these Corsair RGB LED light strips set to red. I think it looks a lot better, but for the purposes of the video and the lighting, it's tough enough as it is, so I did set them to white. But hopefully this gives you guys an idea of the direction I took with the system. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and post them in the comments. Like the video if you liked it, and dislike it if you disliked it. But hopefully this helps some of you guys out for maybe some ideas if you decide to do a fully custom water-cooled loop in your NZXT. case. And yeah, that's it. So until next time, YouTube. All right, everyone have a good one.